Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Steven. Today I'll be talking about why I think physical media is important. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few of these videos, so hopefully you can bear with me with this. But this is something I feel I need to do. I've always been somebody who's liked it, physical media, whether it's a CD, a vinyl, a Blu-ray, a DVD, an 8-track, a cassette. I like the original in my hand. I like reading the book. I like looking at the liner notes. I like reading the lyrics. I like looking who produced it. I like who's, second unit director, whatever the case may be. Those things kind of interest me at one point, and I was really, really into it. And if you ever were in downtown Montreal, you'd probably find me in a record store or a movie shop, or whatever the case, like Best Buy. Um, there was a whole bunch of video stores downtown back in the day, and you would find me there. And that was my thing. I loved it. I loved going down there and discovering things. Sometimes even just buying something because of the cover. It was as simple as that. It engaged me. And then there was a time I kind of drifted off and I lost interest in it. And then I had my daughter. And one day we went to the record. I said, I'm going to go downtown. I'm going to go to the record shop. And she came with me. And just like her first time in Toys R Us, her eyes lit up. She was engaged. She grabbed a movie and says, "What is this? Who is this?" Little kids, they're always interested. They're always want to learn something. They're always engaged. And this brought out this love for the movies again. And I went, that's me when I was young. And I'm seeing this again. I'm seeing it through her. And that kind of reinvigorated or reignited my love for movies and music again, and started doing this site. So we can talk about the music, we can talk about how it sounds better on physical media, or the sound, or the picture quality, or that, on streaming services, sometimes they're going to lose the rights to this movie. And you can't see it on Netflix or Disney Plus or whichever you have. Some people can't afford them all. And I think subscriptions are not going up as much as they thought. And that's another problem, right? Because when nobody watches that, what happens to these movies that are there? What happens to them? And we've seen movies disappear and you can't get them, you can't watch them anymore. So I think that's one thing that's important, that you'll have this item at your disposal. When you don't have to ask anybody's permission, you don't have to, you just put it on. And that's the great thing about it. And again, with my child, to see her, my daughter, ask me all these questions. Who is this? What is, what's Jaws? What is Jurassic Park? She even came over last weekend and said, "Dad, remember Jurassic Park? Or remember Super 8 was, I think, one of the first Blu-rays we sat down and watched together." And when the train scene happens, I had a surround sound. My daughter jumped out of her seat and just went, "Whoa, that's better than the theater." Getting that reaction, getting that engagement, I think that's the importance of physical media. And also it does pay the artist. Like some movies wouldn't have a sequel if they didn't do well on Blu-ray or video back in the day. Sometimes the video would make more money than its initial box office run. So there is an importance to it, and it's that engagement, and it makes you feel connected to it more than scrolling on your TV. And I noticed when my daughter was young, she just looked at the screen and we're like, "What do you want to watch?" "Man." Go to a store. "Oh, what's that? How come? Can we get this? Can we watch this?" Difference. There was a big difference. There was an engagement, and that's important. I think that's why I like physical media, because I feel engaged. I feel it's a part of me. I'm a part of something. And when my daughter came over this weekend, she sat down on the couch, and then suddenly, my daughter's in her 20s, so this is where it gets kind of funny. She sits down and this scans the room and said, "Well, you want to watch a Blu-ray instead of just Netflix or something?" And she goes, "Yeah, let's do that." And she just went, "Oh my God, no way." And she jumps up from the couch, grabs this movie, and says, "Dad, this is my favorite movie of all time. I watched this like 300 times." And she goes, we lost the video cassette of this thing. We had a video cassette of this thing. And I said, I found the Blu-ray. And as silly as it is spirit. So, but to see her light up like a Christmas tree, like a little kid again, I think that's what makes physical media worth it for me. And I think it's going to make a big deal to other people too, if they see the engagement. So I know it's convenient to scroll and have it on your TV, and especially if you have kids, it's hard to take them out and go somewhere. I get it. I was lucky. My daughter was phenomenal. When we went, she was good as gold. We took public transport and went downtown, and it was always a phenomenal time. So I know it's hard. I know it's easier. But take them to a bookstore. Take them to if there's a place that sells movies still. A thrift shop even will have them. A secondhand CD player. I'm telling you, it will change your perspective on it. And it'll make it worth your while. And you'll understand again, like it did for me. And I will always remember that every time I feel I've lost that feeling of physical media, that little voice that says, remember when your daughter was downtown with you the first time at HMB and just lost her mind and grabbed like 20 movies. What's this? Can we get this? Can we go? I want to buy this. Can we get this? Will my allowance cover this? And then I think we can forget all the sound quality, the picture quality, bring it down to its core. It's the engagement that you get out of it that I think makes it important. But that's me. You let me know what you think about it. Do you still have physical media? Do you still buy it? Or have you stopped altogether? And that's fair. Not everybody can buy it. I can't buy like I did before. But once in a blue moon, I'll pick up something, and it gives me a lot of joy. Send your thoughts down to us. I'll try to answer you as best as I can. Let me know what you think. I really like to hear your thoughts on this. This is really something important to me. I'll probably post other videos on this as other ideas come to my head. But today I just kind of remembered when my daughter passed by and we looked at this all over again and we watched it together. Engagement. Physical media. You let me know what you think. See you soon, guys.